Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Sunday, the 4th of February 2024. In today's Millwall news, we start with this one story that's kind of just random. I guess it's just kind of like leftovers from yesterday's press conference. They're asking Joe Edwards about like Hull's transfer window. And they put this up today. It's the only story that's been put up today. This is from southernnews.co.uk. I don't know if envious is the word. Mill boss asked if he's jealous about Hull's resources and impressive January recruitment drive. Joe Edwards said he acknowledges Hull City's resources compared to Millwall and insists that he's pleased with his squad. The Tigers beat the Lions 1-0 yesterday, having come off the back of an impressive January recruitment drive. Liam Rossinia's side signed 6 players in total, including Liverpool's Fabio Carvalho on loan, Anas Zaroury on loan from Burnley, and Ryan Giles on loan from Luton Town. They also brought in experienced EFL goalscorer Billy Sharp for free. Hull's 6 additions was a joint second most signings in the Championship after Blackburn Rovers, and they join an already talented squad at the MKM Stadium. Mill did not make as many signings, but were also busy in the eye-catching loan deals for Japhet Tanganga and Michael Obafemi, both who arrived from Premier League clubs. They also signed winger Adam Mayer from Morecambe permanently. Reporters asked Edwards if he was envious of Hull's resources after the game. The Lions boss said, I don't know if envious is the word. I'm pleased with our squad. I know what we're in budgetary terms and how much we're going to spend on players and what we're going to do in windows. I knew it would be when I took the job. We work with our means and the club is well run. But you have to acknowledge it when teams in the same division are as active as Hull and bringing in players of that quality. It's difficult. The game ended up looking fairly even at the end of the day. Hull had spells where they looked level above at times. The bottom line is the result has been decided by 1 goal, which has fantastic individual execution to hit the bar. And then the finish from Philogene. Other than that, it ended up pretty even game by the final whistle. Yeah, indeed, a game of 2 halves, and we're going to check on that now because, like I said, that's the only story of the day. So we jump straight in to the boring stats from the game. Like, we've probably all seen the game, we heard the game, we were at the game, and some of us. And how does what we saw with our own eyes compare to the actual numbers that are put up on the screen? Because I don't know if you notice this. Numbers are a big thing these days in terms of signing players and finding players that you might want to sign. It's all about the numbers, dear. So this is from whoscored.com. It's the match report from Hull versus Millwall. And as you can see on the right hand side, we've got the top 5 in each various category: rating, total shots, tackles, dribbles. The most tackles of the game was done by Zion Fleming. And you can see total shots for the top 4 are all Hull players, and Mills is Tom Bradshaw had 2, and he came on as a sub. So as we go into it, you'll see more and more of that. So let's go back on the left-hand side. Mill stole the ball often from the opposition, but we were poor at finishing. We were aggressive, and we gave away a lot of free kicks around the box, and we attacked mostly down the left-hand side. So there you go. As you can see, so it's 9-5 attempts on target or on goal, 7-3 open play, 2-1 set piece, and 0-1 counter attack. Which means they had the 1 goal from the 9 shots. That's an 11% conversion rate, and we had 0 from 5. And here you can see we were heavily going down that left hand side, and I will going down both sides. Shot directions. There you go. Shot zones. Again. Pretty much the same for both teams actually. Action zones. player positions. What the hell is going on with Hull? 2-4-4. Damn, that's an impressive formation now. What is going on with Millwall? Parking the bus. What's that? A back six. 1-6-3. Jesus. So this is the if you don't this is the average player position. Obviously, it's only the starting 11, and obviously a lot of players came off. But what the fuck is that? That's literally a back six, back seven. What the fuck? Damn. Jesus. No wonder we didn't barely had any shots. That's a long way to go from the goal, isn't it? And there's Zion Fleming, the furthest player forward. Jesus. And no wonder Hull's fullbacks number 3 and number 2 are so far forward. They don't have any defending to do. They've got nothing to worry about. Jesus. So let's moving on to the rest of this. So here's a match centre. Obviously they scored with their not their first shot. Well, technically their first shot on target. They had a shot that, if you hit the bar, that's considered off target. And their first shot was that shot that hit the bar, and the second one was the goal, which is quite a regular feature if you look at Millwall games and how we've conceded either the first shot of the game or the first shot of the second half. And this is going all the way back to Gary Rowett. So something of how the players are warmed up or go into the game, that their minds, they're not switched on. They're not. I don't know what's going on. But obviously we'll make the change at half time. It's a pre-planned change. Bizarrely, you start with the guy who's got pace rather than bring him on against tired legs, but hey ho. And then we have more changes later on in about the obviously 60-minute mark, which is regulation now. It seems to what would you call it, managing by numbers. Like, oh, at half time we'll do this change, in 60 minutes we'll do this change, 75th minute we'll do this change, and then at the end of the game we'll do this change. It's like a robotic. It's not organic. It's just, oh, these are the changes we're going to make at the game at some point, and then they do them. So there you go. And then they respond by making changes. You can see their changes are quite different from ours. They make one in the 74th, one in the 88th, and one right at the end of the game, because the geezer got a yellow card, and they're like, okay, we'll take him off because he's probably our best player. We can't afford him to get suspended. He's got a yellow card. No fucking around. Let's take him off. So here we go. We've got the if you look at the top left and the top right by the club badges, you can see the average player rating was for Hull 6.63 and for Millwall 6.31. So that's not that much of a difference. 0.3 at this level. That's not that much of a difference. Yes. If we go through it and see, Philogene got the man of the match, 7.7. The highest rated player for Millwall is Zion Fleming with 7.2. And then after that, the nearest one is 6.6, Cooper. So that's quite a big drop off. And then we've got a few players can't even get 6s. Obafemi and Watmore, 5.9. And then you can see, if you look at the subs bench, the players that came on seem to have higher rating than the players that they've replaced, which is never a good sign. So not only we have questions about the tactics, and we've got questions about the team selection. Because how are players who coming off the bench playing better than players that you started with? Why are you starting with players that are duds? I don't know. Or turned out to be duds because they couldn't get the job done. So obviously, let's have a look and see who did what in the game. Actually, before we do that, as I said, it's a game of two halves. We were really bad in the first half, so let's see how bad we were. So let's go take this to the start of half time. So that's going to give us all of the information. So here you can see, so average player rating 6.4 in the first half for Hull, 6.07 for Mill in that first half, and Sarkic there 5.8. Obafemi 5.9. So bad, but not that bad. So let's move it on and do the second half and just get the ratings for just that second half and see if we actually did we outrank them. Yes, we did. You can see by the club badges 6.23 for Hull, 6.24 for Millwall. So just slightly better than Hull. Yes. So obviously that was a hell of a half-time team talk. Didn't pay off in the end because we still lost the game, but nearly did. We were a lot better in that second half, and the players that came on played a lot better than the ones that were started. So let's have a look and see who did what. So we've got the 5 shots from Millwall, 1 from Fleming, 1 from Tanganga, 1 from Murray Wallace, and 2 from Tom Bradshaw. Possession wise, even though we were trying to do tippy tappy around the back, which obviously led to their first goal, it was actually 62% possession to 38. And again, shall we check this as well? Let's check this as well. Were we doing stupid fucking shit in the first half? Not really. Our possession in the first half was only 32.3. So let's see if it's really lower in the second half because we were playing more direct. We got 38.5. Oh, we actually have more possession in the second half. Strange. Okay. So let's go back. Let's take this back. And okay. So there's the possession. 0.1 for Obafemi. 0.1 of the match time possession. Eesh, that's very low. But the most for Millwall is Jake Cooper, 5.6. So when the person on the ball the most for Millwall is Jake Cooper, that's probably kind of worrying because obviously a lot of fans not sort of enamoured with his ball playing skills. So that's kind of worrying. And then you've got Denor, who can play with the ball. He's got 4.8%. Pass success percentage, 87 for them, 75 for us. And Obafemi 100 on his probably one pass. Tanganga 92. That's interesting because he played 90 minutes. So how many passes did he have? Obviously sideways passing, including that one that he tried to do to Harding that led to that goal. Dribbles 4 to 4. Aerials 1 9 to 15. So Jake Cooper with 4. Fleming himself with 2. So obviously Fleming had a good game yesterday, didn't he? He put the effort in, which is strange because the transfer window's closed. So I don't know what that's about. Is he trying to? Did nobody make any inquiries or offers to him for him at all? And it's kind of got the old it's got him to G himself up because fucking hell, no one came in for me in the January transfer window. No one was interested. Nobody even asked about how much it would cost. It's like, oh shit, I might have fucked up my Premier League dream by playing shit. Maybe he's figured out that he's got to put a shift in if he wants to play in the Premier League and get that move. Maybe not. So here we go, tackles. You can see the whole Millwall team tackling there, except for Sarkic and Obafemi. Even the subs getting involved. Everyone's having a tackle on. Saville with 4, Fleming with 5. Fleming! Corners 4 and 4. These are the players who won the corners. Dispossessed 14 to 4. That means having the ball taken off of you, and you can see Millwall doing a lot of that. taking the ball off of Carvalho and Philogene. So good stuff there. Now let's move on to this. It's the player stats, also from WhoScored.com. So we can see what are we going to see. So how many shots did they have on target then? So they had, what was it, 9? They had 2 shots on target. They scored 1 goal. That's 50% of their shots on target were scored. That's not good. Now how about Millwall? 5 shots, yeah? How many on target? 1. 1 shot. You know how many goals you can score if you have 1 shot on target? 1. That's as many as you can score. And if you don't keep clean sheets, which we haven't been doing, you're not going to win games with 1 shot on target when you can't keep clean sheets. That's not how it works. Now, let's have a look at touches of the ball. Jake Cooper, 74. Massive drop off there to Casper Noor. Michael Obafemi in 45 minutes of football. 3 touches of the ball. 3 touches of the ball. Damn, bro. But then you've got Bradshaw in 45 minutes. 10 touches of the ball. 10 touches of the ball in 45 minutes. Ay. But obviously, he did a lot more with those 10 touches because he's had 2 shots and 1 on target. What are we doing? Ratings. Let's have a look at the ratings. So obviously, Zion Fleming 7.18. Massive drop off to Cooper with 6.56. Then Tanganga 6.52. Who's in 4th? 6.46. George Honeyman, one of the substitutes. One of the substitutes is our 4th best, 4th highest rated player in this game. Like I said, points to team selection. Now, George Honeyman came from Hull, and a lot of players, they like to play against their former teams. It G's them up. It puts some fire in their belly. So the fact that George Honeyman was dropped, rested for this game, even because he's been playing very well in the middle of the park, being getting a lot of praise from a lot of people, a lot of fans. Again, weird decision to drop him. Again, it's is they too clever for their own good? They're like trying to manage the players' fitness and stuff, trying to manage the players' workload, work rate. They got chips in them. They got chips on the players, and they know how far they've run. And if they run too much, oh no, sorry, you've run too much. You have to take a break now. It's like what is it? Lorry drivers. They've been on the road too long. Oh, sorry, you need to pull over now, and you have to have a break. That's how we play football now with our players. Oh, sorry, you've played too much. You've run too much. You need to have a rest now, mate. Hey, that's that's great, isn't it? That's gonna win you games. Inconsistent team because you keep chopping and changing it. Lowest rated player. Let's have a look at that then. Obafemi 5.87. Well, no wonder he's only a 3 touches of the ball. Then Duncan Watmore 5.92. Then Danny Mack with 6.03, and Casper de Noor 6.06. So you can see the subs that came on, apart from Danny McNamara, they're doing their rating better than the players that went off, except for George Saville, who's there in 5th. Which is not good. Not good. Because they have less time on the pitch. So George Honeyman's had 30 minutes on the pitch, and he's got rated as our 4th best player. Which, how can you do that? How can you do that in 30 minutes when the player he's replaced was on the pitch for 60 minutes, twice as long then? And he did better. He got a better score. Like I said, team selection. What's that about? Here we go. This is from fbref.com. I'm using this one this season because they've got the XG, and the other one I used to use doesn't update anymore. So here we go. We've got Hull and we've got Millwall. Same XG. 0.4. Yeah. They had 9 shots, but they only had 2 shots on target. We had 5 shots, 1 shot on target. That was the XG 0.4 for both teams. That formation that looks a lot better for Millwall, but yeah, was it? It's literally five-man defence and 2 holding, which we saw in the other one is a seven at the back. 7 at the back. Okay. And you've got to think, were we playing 7 at the back because we had Obafemi on up front, and he's quick, and the idea was you got 7 at the back. Let's sit back, let them come on us, nick the ball, and then pump it forward. Which is probably why we were pissing about passing the ball at the back between Tanganga and Harding, which led to their goal. But that was the game plan. Let's sit back, pass it around with our 7 at the back, let Hull come forward and push forward, and then we'll knock it long to Obafemi. That didn't work, did it? So if that was the game plan, we've got that. That was fucking wrong as well as the team selection. So yeah, great stuff there. So here we go. So we've got some more stats. Passing. So they had 560. No, they had 653 passes, and we had 413. Like I said, 2 of 9 shots on target, 1 of 5, which is the percentage-wise about the same, 22 to 20. Their keeper made the save. Former Millwall player Ryan Allsop made 1 save that he had to make, and our keeper could only make 1 of the 2 saves that he had to make to keep a clean sheet. Fouls 15 to 19, corners 4 to 4, 13 to 16 crosses, 760 to 513 touches of the ball, 6 to 27 tackles. Because obviously we had to do a lot of tackling. 8 to 3 interceptions, 12 to 15 aerials, 21 to 18 clearances, 2 to 2 offsides, 6 and 7 goal kicks, 22 to 13 throw-ins, and 58 to 64 long balls. So interesting stuff there. That's their team, and this is our team. So here you can see a lot of numbers there. What does it mean? Don't know. We've already seen some of this stuff. You can see the passing there, the passing attempts and completed and percentage. Yeah, Obafemi 1 pass. So he's had 3 touches of the ball, 1 pass, 100%. And he carried the ball once. So, oof. Shot creating action, goal creating action, SCA. That one. Obviously, we didn't have any goals, but we've got Tom Bradshaw with 2, Fleming with 2. Then we've got SA coming off the bench, Honeyman coming off the bench with the shot creating action, Joe Bryan shot creating action, and then you got Tanganga and Cooper as well. What else are we gonna look at? So here's the passing, and it's broken down into short, medium, and long. Short passing. Obviously, we had the problem that led to the goal. Was that Tanganga? But you can see there he's got, in terms of short passing, he's 25 attempts, 23. So not that bad, but the one that he got wrong. And then you got Harding there, 21-17. That's 81%. Jake Cooper's 91%. So Wes Harding there on his short passing, kind of off it there, only 81%. And what else have we got? Norton Cuffey, 84.6% on his short passing. Murray Wallace, 7 and 5. Oh dear. Okay. And the medium passing actually a lot better. So they're not very good with the short passing. The medium passing seems to be a lot better. I assume because they're going to pass it over some distance, they want to make sure that the player's free and he hasn't He's got no one around him. You've got Tanganga 100%, Honeyman 100%, Savile 100%. Yeah. And who have we got here? So we've got long balls. We've got Jake Cooper with 13 long balls, nearly as many as Sarkic, and Sarkic was taking the goal kicks. I wonder what Joe Edwards got to say about that. Maybe that was the plan. Pass it over to Jake, and if you get in trouble, pass it to Jake, and he can pump it long. We've got George Savile there. 5 long balls, 0 on accuracy completed. In terms of XG, in terms of expected assisted goals, Fleming 0.1, Romain Esse 0.2. He was on the pitch for 24 minutes. He had the highest expected assists. And in terms of passing, obviously sideways and all that stuff, progressive passing, passes that go towards the opponent's side by at least 10 yards. Who's doing that? Casper North 4, Tanganga 4. Not many really. George Honeyman with 2. Here we go, more of that passing types. Live, dead, free kicks, through balls, switches, which means side to side, crosses, throw-ins, and corner kicks. Defensive actions, tackles, where were the tackles? Zion Fleming is tackling all over the pitch. I just told you that Zion Fleming had the most tackles for Millwall. I think the most tackles in that game of any one player. Zion Fleming with 5. He won 3 of his tackles. 2 were in the defensive third, 2 were in the middle third, and 1 was in the attacking third. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Like I said, something's put a rocket up his arse because he's actually trying. Yes. Possession wise, let's have a look at that. Touches of the ball. Where were those touches? How many touches did we have in the attacking penalty area? 9. Now, shall we see what Hull did? Where's Hull? We've gone past it. So, what was that? Possession, was it? Possession. 14. They had 14. So, not that much more, but a lot more. So, in attacking third, they had 178. In the... Jesus. 76. So, they had 178 touches in our third of the pitch. We only had 76 in their third of the pitch. And the most was 18 from Zion Fleming, 7 from Romain Esse. Remember, 24 minutes on the pitch. Casper North 7. And then some of the defenders 6 and 7s and 5s. Jesus. Obviously, not going to have a lot of touches in the attacking third when you're playing 7 at the back. Little note there. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, very interesting. Carries of the ball. That's getting on the ball and moving forward with it. So that sounds good, doesn't it? But then you look how far, what's the total distance? You've got Zion Fleming 24 carries, 70 yards of distance. Casper North only 10 more, nearly double, 167. So there you go. Danny McNamara, 7 carries of the ball was 70 yards. On the other side, remember we were mostly going down the left-hand side according to whoscored.com that I showed you before. Mario Wallace on the left-hand side, 8 carries of the ball, 6 yards of distance. 6 yards. But then you've got his replacement who came on and played 32 minutes. Obviously, this was the idea. I mentioned this before the preview, like who do you start because you want to be more defensive. So obviously that's the point. Murray Wallace isn't going to be bombing down that left-hand side. most times if we're defending. You got Joe Bryan 8 carries of the ball for a distance of 41 yards. And Tom Bradshaw there. So, so obviously we've seen Michael Obafemi's awful numbers. 3 touches of the ball, 1 pass, 1 carry for 2 yards. 2 yards. And then you've got Bradshaw who came on. They've had the same amount of time, 45 minutes and 45 minutes. So it's not like the change came at 60 minutes and one's had 60 minutes and one's had 30. They've both had 45 minutes. And we've got 6 carries of the ball for Bradshaw, 33 yards. Ooh la la, as they say in Belgium, where they speak French. This is, what is this? I don't know. Let's have a look. I've forgotten. I haven't done this for so long. Fouls committed. Who committed the fouls? Murray Wallace, Zion Fleming, 4 and 4. Tangango 2. And doesn't seem that bad. Fouls drawn. Who got fouled though? Well, Fleming 5. So Fleming was all over the place. He was doing the tackling. He was getting fouled. He was fouling other people. He was had a shot or two. And that was it really in terms of players of ours who got fouled. Offsides, we had 2 offsides. Bradshaw was one of them. Romain Esse was the other. Crosses of the ball. Joe Bryan with 4. Obviously, that's what he does. Romain Esse with 3. Romain Esse again being very busy on these 24 minutes. 24 minutes on the pitch, Romain Esse. Aerial duels won and lost. Obafemi lost 2. Not a good 45 minutes for Obafemi, if I'm going to be honest. Fleming 2 and 1. Murray Wallace 1 and 2. Jake Cooper 5 and 1, obviously. Wes Harding 2 and 3. So a bit of a mixed bag for Wes Harding. Obviously he's got, Sean Hutchinson breathing down his neck. Yeah, I don't know. Let's have a look at the goalkeeper and then we'll have a look at the shots. Obviously the goalkeeper, he only saved half of the saves he had to make. Post shot XG of 0.3, as we've seen. Our XG and their XG was the same, 0.4. In terms of kicks, he launched 10. Launched means like long balls. I don't know why they don't say long balls, they say launched. I don't know why. 4 of them were completed, so that's 40%. Passes, 26. 5 of them were throws. 27% of these passes were long, and the average length was 31.5 yards. So he wasn't kicking it long, super long. His goal kicks, 7 goal kicks, 42. So half of them were long, or just under half, and the average length of the total was 36.9 yards. Crosses, 9. They had 9 crosses into our penalty area. Did Hull, and he stopped one of them. He came out and stopped one of them. His average distance from the goal line was 5.7. 5.7 yards. So he's not coming out. Here are the pitiful amount of shots in that game. 9 for them, 5 for us. We didn't have a shot in the entire first half. Obviously with our 7 defenders at the back. Our 1-7-3 formation. Wow, I don't know why they didn't realise that they must be shocked. Play 7 at the back and you don't have a shot in the first half. Damn. Not even a shot off target, like not any shots at all. Damn. Obviously their first shot hit the woodwork, the second, the follow-up was the goal. And then they're shooting on the 9th minute. So you can see their shots weren't that close to the goal. You can see the distance here, 27 yards, 19 yards, 18 yards, 35 yards, that was off target. But that one was blocked, that one was blocked, that one was blocked again. So you can see here, and then straight at the start of the second half, 47 minutes, we have our first shot. And it is The shot creating action, basically, how did that shot come to be? Tom Bradshaw dribbled past someone, and then he passed the ball to Murray Wallace, right-footed from 26 yards out. The shot was blocked. They have a shot, also from 26 yards out, and then they have one. That's the save that the guy made, the Sarkic made. That was 18 yards out. And then we go, 68 minutes. So this is after the subs were made. We start kicking on a gear. We've got Fleming off target, 29 yards. We've got Tom Bradshaw. That was a bit unlucky, that one, wasn't it? But you can see, so how did that shot come about? George Honeyman passed it to Casper Denor, who passed it to Zion Fleming. Then we've got the Bradshaw's one. How did that come about? Tanganga passed it to Romain Hesse, who passed it to Bradshaw. We've got a header from Tanganga. So Zion Fleming passed it to Joe Bryan, which caused some kind of dead ball, so that would have been a foul. I guess Zion Fleming maybe got fouled. And then Joe Bryan took the free kick, or maybe a corner or something. And that was a header 13 yards out by Tanganga. That was blocked. And then we've got our first, so this would have been our shot on target. This would have been our shot on target. That was saved by the goalkeeper right at the end of the game. 90 plus 5, left-footed from Tom Bradshaw, 13 yards out. Jake Cooper passed it to Zion Fleming, passed it to Tom Bradshaw. And there you go. That's pretty much the whole story of the game. Like I said, 7 at the back in the first half. Are you having a laugh? Obviously, I think that's probably 5 at the back and 2 holding, but playing quite deep. And I think the game plan was, let's play deep, let's bring them on, and then we can hit them on the counter because we've got Obafemi. How did that work out? He had 3 touches of the ball, 1 pass, and 1 carry. Why are you playing the fast man at the start of the game? Bring him on at half time, or bring him on later. Like, obviously, I don't know. I think obviously as well, there's all kinds of fun. Like I said, why is Honeyman starting? And then you think, well, probably because they're monitoring how much he's run, and he's run too much, so they're having to hold him back, they're having to sit him down. And you've got to think again. So it's stupid little things like that affects the team selection, that affects our results. And you've also got to think, how many loan players you got, and what are the conditions of their loan, and how do we pay more if they don't play? So how many minutes? Like, that's kind of weird that they plan. It's like a pre-season friendly. Okay, Bradshaw's going to get the second half, and Obafemi's going to get the first half, and we'll do half and a half. That's literally like pre-season friendly. But you got to think, is that because of finances? Do we have to play Obafemi? And if we don't play him a certain amount of minutes, we have to pay more in wages, or there's some kind of fine or fee or whatever that gets added on, which is going to mess us up. And you got things like that affecting team selection as well. So you're not able to put out your best team, or the team that's capable of winning the game, because you got all these other things going on that have nothing to do with trying to win the game. And we've got hope that works out. But when you've got a geezer's playing 45 minutes, he's had 3 touches of the ball, one pass, one dribble. Like, bruh, in 45 minutes. Anyway, we'll see. We've got commentary next weekend, next Sunday. That's on TV. Maybe some of the players might razzle dazzle for the television cameras, and we might get a result. I don't know. That's our hope, because we do. We need? Someone said earlier we need 6 wins. Where are we getting 6 wins from? We need 6 wins to get to the 50-point mark, which should hopefully keep us up. Might even be less than that if QPR get points deducted. We're in a scrap. We're in a relegation scrap. And yeah, where are we going to win our next game? I don't know. On that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.